There we go. Thank you so much, Robin. You saved me there. Got to record. Well, I'm Karen Snavely. I'm usually behind the scenes, and then Alice Gardner will be doing the training, and you're in a real treat. I practiced with her earlier, and it's just wonderful. So I'm so glad you're all here. Let's go ahead and put in the chat if this is your first time attending. Okay, why isn't this moving? There we go. If you have any NPV already this month, put that in the chat. Let me pull up the chat here so I can see it. There you go. All right. Oh, you're hearing an echo. I saw that you were in here twice. Yes, there was two of you for some reason. Tina, I thought maybe you had two different devices rolling. Um, Let me see. Can you, I don't know which one to omit.
I think she's
Well, okay,
gone. I
now,
think there's only
no,
one now. Yeah, there's only
there's
one
only
now.
one now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's good now. Good, good. I'm glad you figured that out, Tina. Okay, so raise your hand or put in a chat if you have new PV already this month, or if you have a new Pet Pro that you gained this month, or you earn Cash Dash this month. If you're the first time being here, put it in the chat. If you have new pet quiz prospects from this week already, tell us how many. Oh, first pet quiz. Good job, Tina. Any new pet pro that has NPV or placed their first order. Okay, I gotta move this up so I could see the chat. I don't want to cover your beautiful faces, but I can't see the chat, so I'm going to put it up. All right. Oh, you made VP 2 months in a row. Congratulations, Robin. Oh, you have already 200 NPV, Katie. It's wonderful. I just didn't want to miss anything. Had to go back. Oh, 60 in NPV. That's a good start, Dawn. And first pet quiz prospect, Tina. Doreen, 225 NPV. The second month of Cash Dash and two easy ship orders. You're doing a great job. Yay. You qualify for SOAR too, Robin. Good job. We'll go ahead and tell you what SOAR is coming up here if you're new and you haven't heard about it yet. So let's talk about what's happening at pawTree. Oh, why did it go that way? Okay, I see. There's this little arrow. Cool. Okay, so if you haven't registered for PodFest, you have until June 9th for early registration. It's early bird $2.99 if you've been a Pet Pro before and you've attended. If you're a new Pet Pro and this is your first time attending, or maybe you joined, a year ago or so, you're still at the $199 price because it'll be your first time attending. So, yeah, January 9th to June 9th. So, go ahead and get those registrations in because I know that you need to be registered to do something that Trisha's doing, which I'll get to that slide in just a couple seconds. And oh, Whistler while you work. Ooh, 5 new prospects through online fun in the Sun group. Oh, an all week event. And a gal is ordering tonight. Good job, Lisa. Woohoo! I gotta celebrate those wins. You want to celebrate every small step because it's just so rewarding to get that and exciting for you. And all you want to build on that momentum and keep going and build up on that excitement. Okay, Whistler, while you work, you have to be in attendance to PawFest for the drawing. So there's so many that are going to earn this because they're top sellers, and then depends on how many that we sell extra and the different levels that we hit as to how many will be in the drawing and pulled from that drawing. So you have to be at PawFest if you want to win this trip and at least have 30 points. Get with an upline or get with us if you need more explanation. Okay, SOAR. Now, SOAR is during PawFest. If you haven't heard of SOAR, you get to earn your spot. Look down below here. See this little light up bob and Dallas, that's where you get to go. Um, if you need more information on SOAR because you're new, you could reach out to your upline or reach out to someone in pawTree after this. But it's also in your back office, all the information. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, Trisha is in the five-star teen book club. That's going to be May 21st. So we have time to get this book and read it. If you would like to, it's just at 6:30 p.m. CT, so that's 7:30 p.m. ET. It's just 30 minutes before our connection call on Thursday, the 21st. You'll have a discussion about that. And I hope you could join us for that. Okay, I want that book. We'll mark on my calendar. Perfect. Yeah, I already have my book. Did I start reading it? No, but I have it. I plan to. Okay, here's another thing that I mentioned real quick. This is Trisha's. You have to be registered for Paw Fest. And Trisha has created an accountability chat with a challenge to support it. Who wants in? We'll work together as a team to hit a goal and have some fun prizes as a result. Let Trisha know if you want to join, and she'll get you added to the group. If you're brand new, you don't know who Trisha is, she's at the top of our team. Whoever sponsored you should know who she is, but if not, reach out to one of us and we will make sure you are connected to her. Oh, you have 2 hours of reading to do tomorrow. Nice, Dawn. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, this is the main event coming up here with Alison Gardner, setting yourself up for success. I am so excited to stop sharing so we can move on. Okay, Alison. Okay, are you unmuted? So we can hear you.
That didn't help. Sorry. Sorry. Right.
There you
Right.
go.
So can everyone see the full screen? Yes. Excellent. Super. Right. I'll try and got to move things around, and my technology is not working brilliantly today, I'm afraid. So I'm having to use two screens. So apologies for eyes going all over, but hopefully we'll find some tools to help us set our businesses up for success, setting us up really for success. So the title, Building Your pawTree Business from the Inside Out. So let us move on. And tonight is going to be interactive. So grab a pen and a paper. If you're driving, please don't. But if you can, help join in and participate if you'd like to. Anyway, because this isn't about just learning tonight, it's about actually doing things that will shift how you show up in your business.
Okay, I just want to let you know, everyone, I'm dropping this form. There's a worksheet that Alison created, and it goes right along with everything. So if you want to open it up and work on it while she talks, or hurry up and print it out. It was in our five-star team chat a couple hours ago, so you could see it in the chat. Sorry, Alison, I forgot to
No,
do
no,
that
you're
when
fine.
we first jumped
Absolutely
on.
fine. But if you don't get a chance to print that thing out, you can print that out later. You can always just not note down your answers, any questions and any notes. But also add into the chat. Karen's going to be reading the chat because I can't see that. So she's going to be watching the chat for us as well. So what you think about becomes a reality. And what you think about most becomes your reality. So then that's attributed to Napoleon Hill. There are various ways to say this, but I remember in previous network marketing trainings that I've been on that we were told to visualize, where we wanted to go. If we wanted to be on stage, we should visualize how we would do that, what we would be wearing, looking down at the shoes on our feet to the extent of what our hair would look like and what perfume we'd be wearing and actually feel the experience. So basically, your results don't start with action, they start with how you think about these things. And it's you obviously have to put in a bit of work. It can't all come from airy fairy thought. You've obviously got to put the work in. But a famous story, well, before he was famous, you might have heard this story before. Jim Carrey wrote himself a $10 million check dated for Thanksgiving 1995, and he visualized his success. And it turns out he landed his role in Dumb and Dumber for $10 million. Would you believe it? Around the date he'd written on that check. So that's pretty amazing visualization and manifestation in action. So it can be done, and let's see if we can do it with our pawTree businesses. So, as we've just seen that slide before, we're reading this book, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy. If you've read anything like it, it will show you basically what this training is about. Basically, your outer world reflecting your inner world. If you haven't joined it yet, join. You can join it with the 5 Star group in Facebook. And we start on the 21st of May. I've said this was all in the slide. Your results start with your thinking. So often we say, I don't want to bother people when we're reaching out to people. I just don't want to bother, or no one's responding. And then we wonder why we're not getting results. So, what have you been thinking about your business lately? Let's take an actual look at what you might have been thinking. So if you'd like to just have a think about any negative thoughts you might have been having in your business recently. So one of the thoughts is, I'm just bothering people. I don't want to bother people. But maybe if we turn that around, that thinking around to, I'm actually offering something really valuable. pawTree is something that can be really valuable to the pets of these people. So if you'd like to just write, you can write it in the chat, or you can just write a couple of notes about how negative things that you might have been saying so we can help turn them around. As I say, I can't see the chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I will read it once it.
anything in there. And we can move on to something else next if you want to if you want to keep that to yourself, or if you want to share, please do share.
Okay, I will start with mine instead of typing it, which I was sitting here doing.
Okay.
Um, like for me, I've been stuck at VP. I used to be a 1 star. A couple years ago, my VP left the company. So I'm at VP, and I've been at VP for a couple of years. So I'm never going to get back up to 1 star. It's just right now impossible looking at the team I have. I
Right.
mean, they're all great people. I love them to death, but
No, cool. Yeah. So how can you turn that around? So by saying that I'm never going to if you say that, that's what you'll bring, isn't it? So if you say I'll never get, so you haven't got to, but I suggest that you change the wording somewhat to say, I suggest you say something more like, I'm working on getting to 1 star again, or
yeah.
I'm looking to move from my VP to 1 star. Just changing it around a little bit so that it becomes a more positive outlook
Mhm.
for going forward. Robin, I can see you.
Yeah, well, I do have one, but before I do, Karen, and I'm not trying to push anything onto anybody, but this is what I do when I get stuck with problems like that. And I had quite a few this past week, including my roof. And
Dear.
it was just like, I'm going to stop getting aggravated about this, and I'm just giving it to the Lord and let him take care of it. And do you know, the
Yeah.
next day I got a phone call from the owner of the roofing company, and they're sending the shingle company out. So
Nice.
God took care of it. So when you get frustrated, Karen, just give it back to him.
Yeah.
But I did one, and I think this is what you're looking for, Allison. I put thought I'm being pushy. When I do a
Okay.
vendor booth, I feel sometimes like I'm being pushy.
Mhm.
And once I hit VP, then it was like I'm being knowledgeable. I
There
have
you
the
go.
knowledge that they need.
Right.
And if I act like I have the knowledge they need, they're going to feel like I have the knowledge they need, and your sales are
Right.
going to go up.
There you go. Perfect. Nice one. I love it.
Thank you.
Excellent. So another way out of it, as you say, give it to God, or gratitude is your reset button. That's another way to get out of the frustration. If you're feeling compare-itis, if you're feeling frustration, and we talked about getting stuck, if we feel that, gratitude and anxiety cannot coexist. So if you give it up and start writing some things that you're grateful for, has anyone ever done that? Has anyone ever had a gratitude journal?
Uh, Linda says yes.
Oh, good, good,
And
excellent.
then Dawn shared, I can't promote and change it to I will promote.
There you go. That's nice. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Change the negative can't into I will or I'll try to or yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Super. I love it. So I know a few people, in fact, Roger Morgan is a great proponent of gratitude journals. So apparently he has kept a gratitude journal for many, probably years now. I can't remember the number anymore, but he's very good at it. So and it can absolutely change your world, change your day around. Um, so my suggestion now is that we spend a little bit of time, not too long, but we can write a few things down that we're grateful for. And if you'd like to maybe just put one in the chat, if you'd like to share, you don't have to, but if you would like to. Because whatever you focus on, you get more of. So if you'd just like to share something that you are grateful for, I'm very grateful for having internet and being living so far away and being able to continue my connection with my pawTree peeps and being able to share this. I wish I
Doreen
could see
says
this.
being healthy.
Lovely.
She's grateful for being healthy. Yes.
Perfect. Lovely. That's very, very good.
Yeah,
Um,
even though I quit my job in February unexpectedly because my daughter was hospitalized, I'm very grateful that I can do that and that now I can be home with
Fabulous.
her.
Yes,
So,
that's fine. I love that for you, Karen. I really do. That's wonderful.
and Kathy says she's grateful for her dogs.
Brilliant. Yes. What brought you to pawTree?
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. So these are certain, obviously we can spend a lot of time on this, but you can do this on your own. This is something that we can do on a daily basis, and we'll come on to that. And if you've read the little worksheet, that's one of the things that I suggest that we do daily is a gratitude journal. And there is a story, I don't know, you might have heard this. Mother Teresa would never go to an anti-war rally. She just wouldn't hear of it. She would go to any peace rally, which was exactly the same thing, but the wording is so important, using the word peace rather than anti-war because the word war is in there. So she just wouldn't go to them. So I think that's such a powerful thing. It's just something that it has really stuck with me for years, that phrase. So I think, so it just reminds us to focus on what you want more of. So we've all had them, those days where everything goes wrong. You've spilt something, you've bent down to clean it all up, you've hit your head on the way up, and the day goes from bad to worse. But that's just momentum. So you can stop it and you can reset it. You shift into that attitude of gratitude, and you can change the direction of your day.
And for more gratitude,
Sorry.
Robin says grateful to see you too. Grateful for mentors and for friends and for her health. And then
Brilliant.
Lisa says, yeah, grateful for health and boys with wonderful careers. Grateful for Cleo laying next to me now. So healthy
Oh,
since I rescued her. She has been on pawTree for a year this August. Huge transformation
oh, how
and working
fabulous.
remotely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
working
those are
remotely, that's a
wonderful
big
things
one.
to be grateful for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, in
So,
line with what you think you become, if it's negative, all of those negative thoughts, the I'm not worthy, I'm rubbish at this, nobody's going to respond to me today, then that's how you will continue to feel. So, as they say in kindergarten, turn that frown upside down. Just turn it around and go into that gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. You can become what you repeatedly think. So, affirmations. Has anyone ever used affirmations in their daily thought processes, in their daily morning ideas? Lisa's typing away, I can see if you use them.
Katie says yes, she uses them.
Brilliant. I love it. I love it. Super. So, affirmations aren't just pretending. It's not something that we just say because somebody's told us to say them. They're about choosing your thoughts on purpose. And the idea is that, you can say, I am. So, for example, I am progressing in my journey in pawTree. I am becoming an amazing leader. I attract fabulous pet pros into my team. All of these things we can say. And my suggestion is that we write a few down now. Three, for example. I think we've got an example here. So here you go. I'm building a consistent business. I attract the right customers. I confidently reach out. So here are some examples, but you can write your own. They have to feel authentic. You have to feel them in your core. You have to be aligned with who you are, or who you will be when you put the work into what you want to build your pawTree business. So my suggestion is you pop them on a post-it, you stick them on your bathroom mirror, and you look at them and read them out loud in the mirror with actions. I am building a consistent business, or whatever your affirmations are. So if you would like to write a few down, you don't have to do the actions necessarily, but all of it's energy. It all sends it out there. Does anyone want to show somebody? It flashes up. It's quite funny. It flashes up, but I can't read them.
Yeah. So Lisa says, great idea. I follow Facebook and Instagram, many affirmation and power positively pages. Plus
Perfect.
my YouTube meditations. Also, there is Calm My Dog in black screen with no ads.
Oh my God, calm my dog. How
Yeah.
wonderful. I know there's an affirmation app. I think I've had it before. I think it's called I Am. So you get an affirmation, a different affirmation every hour. It does repeat itself after a little bit, which is I think why I turned it off after a bit. But my daughter has the I Am affirmation. I should have written that on the resources thing, shouldn't I? But yeah,
And Robin says, I'm making a difference in people and pets' lives. Yes,
I
that's
love
like
that.
part of our motto, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm becoming a good representative for pawTree and I attract customers that need help also, she
Perfect.
says.
Awesome. Excellent. So next on our journey, we will want to set some goals for this business that we're building. So that's what we need to do. So has anyone heard of SMART goals? Have you heard of that phrase before, SMART? So the first letter of all of these words obviously spells out SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So to make a goal a good goal, you need to make it specific. So you can suggest that you're going to hit the next rank, you're going to earn the next paw trip, you're going to increase your income. So you need to make it measurable. For example, by enrolling 2 active pet pros, by enrolling 5 customers, by selling 5 or 10 bottles of pet control, by posting on social media every day. So that's an immeasurable goal. An achievable goal, you need to make it achievable. So if you're working full time and then your goal is to work 60 hours in your poultry business every week, it's somewhat unachievable. I don't know whether that's a word, but you have to be realistic in your and it needs to be achievable. Otherwise, you're just going to make yourself, very upset with yourself, basically. And it's not, you're going to be disillusioned with not only yourself, but also your business. Oh, now I'm going to go down here. Sorry. And just be disappointed. And also if, for example, if you're a senior pet pro and you want to be a 3-star by Christmas, if you can do that, fabulous. I want to know what you're doing, but possibly not achievable for the average person. But and again, it'll just make you despondent and it won't work. So the next one is relevant. The goal needs to be a relevant one. So if, for example, travel isn't your thing, we're all at the moment, I mean, those people watching the recording may be slightly different, but we're currently not on the poor trip. Travel may not be our thing. It may be that you have issues with child or pet care, and trips are not your bag. So setting a goal that achieves the next poor trip might not be what you want, wouldn't align with who you are and what's achievable for you, but or relevant for you rather, or aligned for you. And that's not to say that the things that you would do in your business to achieve that trip wouldn't boost your business and obviously improve your income probably, but the goal itself would feel somewhat inauthentic. And then the last one is it has to be time based. So saying I want to do it soon doesn't really say anything. Soon for everybody means something slightly different. So you need to set a specific time. And that could be, by Paw Fest or before my birthday or, this sort of idea. You just make it specific. I want to do better is not a goal. It doesn't cut the mustard. We can't have that one. So, um, if you would like to write down just one goal um, on the worksheet or on your piece of paper, just write down one goal, making sure that you fit those criteria of specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. Your success may look just completely different from anyone else's. So everybody's going to have very different goals and different ideas. And also another thing is it's proven that if you write things down, you're more likely to achieve them. So write your goals down. Don't keep them in your head because there is definitely power in writing them.
Robin says, I am becoming a good Oh no, I already read that one. Goal of 2,000 per month commission she has, and then by the end of the year, pay off her bills.
All right. So I would recommend you don't need to tell us what they are, but for your purposes, you need to write down what all the bills are and what their balances are
No,
so that
that's
you know
just to pay
exactly.
my bills.
Oh, you mean monthly?
Yeah, I'm debt free.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, good for
okay.
you.
Sorry,
Oh, I see.
I
insurance
read
and
that wrong.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
between insurance and groceries and gasoline going up and
Yeah.
getting a new vehicle that I paid for, I paid for the vehicle so I wouldn't
Good for
have
you.
that debt
Yeah.
every month. I still can't make my bills every month. They still have to go into my savings just to pay bills. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
need pawTree to make me enough money so I don't have to. And 1,000 of that will stay in my pawTree account just for booths, traveling to help other pet pros, things like that.
Nice. Good for
So
you.
yeah, I need an extra 1,000 over that just to
Right.
so then I can live comfortably. If I want to
Good
go
for
to the
you.
movies, I can go to the movies. If I want to go out and eat, I can go out and eat.
Perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, that's where that comes from.
That's really
And
good. So write it down, put it on a post-it
I
note.
I got your sheets.
Look
I'm
at
writing
you.
them down. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you for the sheets. I'm excited about those. So yeah.
Excellent.
Lisa's sharing, find events I can be a fit for. She's searching many, going to Mother's Day boutique. It happens every Sunday, checking out how the rates now. Been
Good.
been many times, but I need a tent and banners, etc. Similar to what Robin said. Need more
Mhm.
active pet pros under me.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
I
That's
think that's a goal for all of us.
that's right. Yep. Definitely. So if you would like to share your goal, you can obviously some people have shared them here already. Share them with your partner, share them with your upline, share them with your team, share them in a group chat. And then they're really great ways of sharing them and being accountable to those people, but to yourself mainly. But also, I don't know whether anyone's ever used this program. It's online. You just need to go to futureme.com and you can write a letter to yourself and it will send an email to you in the future.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? So I do this quite a lot and I send myself birthday greetings to myself the next year. So and it's amazing really. I love getting them. It's amazing to see how your thinking evolves and it's a really good accountability tool for checking in on yourself. So you can set your goals up, send them to yourself and you can say, "Hi, Alison. I am now a 3 star or whatever, whatever you want to say. My income is now whatever. I'm paying my bills, and I can live comfortably by being able to go to the movies and what have you, Robin. Yeah. So that's another tool you can use. And then you can just celebrate how far you've come. As Karen said earlier, you have to celebrate every little thing, every little win. It all counts. And it just raises your vibration as well. Celebration just raises your vibe a lot as well. That's always a really good thing. I should have put my poster up. Good vibes only, it says. So, has anyone ever heard of morning pages? Has anyone ever done morning pages? No. This is something that I think it can be a really good tool. We are all on our devices far too often. That's the first thing we look at first thing in the morning, and well, it can just derail us sometimes, I feel. So even before you open your phone, get your thoughts out on paper. Open up a notebook, get the noise out of your head and onto the page. And often I start out okay, so with my 3 pages, but often I get writer's block sort of halfway through and I end up writing blah, 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 literally blah, 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 just to keep the pen moving, just to keep moving. Because I think stream of consciousness has to be continuous. And even if you're still moving, even if you're writing blah, 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 something will come in eventually and fill up the pages. So I find it can be really, really useful. Otherwise, your day is dictated by Facebook notifications and everyone else's energy. And really, this is about you setting the tone for your day. So it can be a really useful tool for setting you up for success. And you set the tone for your day. So people feel your energy. I don't know if you've ever felt something when you've got an email or a message, you can sometimes say, I felt that I felt something in that message. So if you feel it, when they get your messages, they feel that energy as well. So if you're disgruntled, if you're fed up, if you're having that bad day and you've just hit your head and everything's going backwards and you're sending out messages, that energy goes with that message. So before you send a message out to prospects, to your team, to your customers, pause and take a breath. And instead of saying, I hope they reply, shift it to, I'm excited to connect, and it can change everything. So if I'm sending a message out to a prospective new team member, I'll be sending that energy out saying, welcome to my team, welcome to my team, and just sending out that welcoming energy so that they get that, oh, she's, even if it feels a bit woo-woo, I don't know that if it does, but you just don't know what they're going to notice. And I think it can be I think it can't hurt, can it, really, if you're sending out positive vibes straight away to them. And a prospective new customer, you can try, thank you for your order. I mean, why not? Why not? So our job is to show up, share, and serve. It's not to control the outcomes. We can't. We cannot control outcomes. We can only control what we do. We can't control their reaction to it. Consistency does beat perfection. So this is an idea that you can take on. You don't need to do all of these things. Just pick one or two things that maybe resonate with you, because the small shifts done consistently can create big results over time. Try to review those goals that you've written down. Try to review them weekly and see how you're getting on, if you're making progress, if you need to make an adjustment. And in order to reset your energy, there's a 10-minute meditation that Karen did a beautiful job, actually, because I couldn't work out how to do it. So Karen's linked the meditation. It's a 10-minute with Colette Baron Reid, if anyone's ever heard of her before. She's a Canadian. It's a really interesting meditation for overcoming challenges. And it's sometimes, if you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, as I said, take a pause, try this meditation. I know Lisa said you did this meditation, so you'll be maybe okay to listen to it. Some people just don't like it. That's fine. Try it. Just listen to it once. See if you think it can be useful. Just try it once. So what is one thing you can start tomorrow? And in the worksheet, I've shared a few links or a few bits and pieces. You can see what's on that link on that. So basically, keep going. Think differently, show up intentionally, stay consistent. You've got this.
Perfect. So so I'm going to go ahead and quit recording. right now so we could talk more freely if you would like to. So thank you for joining us for this part of the presentation.
Thank you very much. Super. That was I did it a bit quickly, didn't I? Sorry.